Good morning, good morning, good morning. Shay's Creations again. And I am finally, it is 1 a.m. I woke up about an hour ago because my phone rang. And the only thing I was able to eat was some peas and some carrots. So I wasn't able to eat much because I was not interested in potatoes. But Mamacita feels better. That is all I can be thankful for. Boys and girls, I woke up. I joined a group on Facebook for IBS, and actually, one of my Facebook group members from another group is in the same group. And I went in there reading and everything, and every single thing is what I've been dealing with. But I think somebody needs to jump through this camera and bop me upside the back of my head. I got a phone call a few weeks ago where I had a specialist appointment with a specialist, and I had to drive to that specialist, but I wasn't feeling too well. Yes, I had been there a few times, and I completely forgot. But that was the specialist that I was supposed to be going to, and I missed the appointment. And then my caseworker called to ask me if I wanted her to make me another appointment, and I said no because I just didn't feel like going through what they wanted me to go through. Plus, that was colonoscopy. Colonoscopy. Y'all already know what the damn word is, but y'all gonna leave me alone because I don't know how to say the word. All I know is they give you some kind of stuff and you're supposed to drink it. You're supposed to go to the bathroom, empty your bowels. And I already said I'm not taking that test, so that's just that because I'm not. Nah. Anyway, I sat here on the phone and I asked ChatGPT to make me a menu, a shopping list of. Y'all already know this girl is very upset. I have a deep freezer in that room that is packed with. I can't eat that stuff. I can't eat that stuff. And a few minutes ago, right before I hooked this camera up, I had tears rolling in my eyes because of what I cannot eat. But you know what? I was sitting here reading my Bible, drinking that tea. Is helping my eyes, boys and girls. I was able to read 3 or 4 pages yesterday. It's 1 a.m., so I may say today. So uh, I just don't know how I'm supposed to food shop with lactose intolerant issues and then IBS issues. But in the group, someone was mentioning that most people who have IBS also have gluten allergies. But I have some Greek yogurt in my refrigerator. I was about to say something, but I forgot my best friend was right here. Let me see. Sometimes we have to do these things. Can Greek yogurt be eaten with a lactose allergy and IBS? No. It was a whole lot of words, but the answer is no. And I also ate Greek yogurt yesterday, so the Greek yogurt is I have a big container, so I could possibly pass that off to someone. But I'm gonna go in the kitchen tonight. My mayonnaise is going in the garbage, and all of the rest of the stuff. My refrigerator is basically empty now, basically empty. And I threw the mushrooms out already. I have the relish. I just opened the relish. I can't have any type of pickles, anything pickled. I can't have. So I'm gonna pass that to someone, or better yet, you know, possibly use it if and then I had a case of tuna fish. No longer have the case of tuna fish, but that is one of the things that I can eat. But I like tuna fish with mayonnaise on it. So it is what it is. I have to go in my pantry tonight and pull out a lot of stuff, boys and girls, and I am very upset. You know, the last time I had this situation, which I completely forgot about, I couldn't eat anything. And I've been giving my neighbors my food all the time, not knowing. And it's just this freaking memory of mine that I completely forgot. One neighbor felt so bad for me; she wanted to come and give me money for the food, but I can. I just ChatGPT just said in small amounts I could eat my mixed vegetables that have the sweet peas in it because sweet peas cause gas, and I don't eat to the point of being full. I can't eat like that. I don't like the feeling, and I don't know. I just know one thing. It is a blessing to have my stomach feeling the way it's feeling right now. And I can't, I be saying to myself, why am I suffering? Boys and girls, if I could tell you how hard it was for me to sleep with that type of gas going on up in here, feeling like I was going to kill myself. Every time I turn around, I was horrified. But this is a situation that I have learned on the computer a lot of people go through, and especially a lot of women. But there's a lot of people that will not have a memory issue, but at the same token know that food bothers them and they won't do anything to fix it. I have to rectify the situation because I need to live a more comfortable life, laying down in my bed, rolling over, and leaving my room and coming back in my room, and it smelled like somebody done defecated in here. You know, I have a little bottle of spray. I'm like in here, all of the windows are open, but it still felt like death was in here. And I'm not that type of housekeeper that would open up my front door. Somebody say, "Oh, what's she cooking?" I'm not eating. But when I say I feel so much better, but I am so angry because I want some ice cream right now, boys and girls. But I will not be partaking in no ice cream. Matter of fact, I have about 4 or 5 ice cream sandwiches in. You hear Lucy Lou out there? Every night she's outside there bunkering. But anyway, I kinda think that right now, when I do take my next break, because I just put on Sneaky Pete on Netflix. When I take my next break, I'm gonna go to the computer and I'm gonna go into the IBS group and read up a little bit more. But this has hit me terribly hard because my grocery list is limited to basically chicken. And I don't mind chicken, but it needs to be baked chicken. Y'all already know what I'm a grinder for. Fried chicken. I never, ever get my fried chicken right in the air fryer. So, what I'm going to most likely do, since I'm up for the night, I'm going to take out a few chicken wings and prepare them and put them in the air fryer and see if I can get them, sometime. I don't know. Every time I cook fried chicken in the air fryer, I can't get it crunchy, so I don't know what it is. My pot that I fried my chicken in, I think I might as well throw the pot out because it has been used for fried chicken for so long that I don't think I can cook anything else in it. I also put it in the dishwasher. I put a lot of cleaner in it, and the seasoning build up is so good in that pot. What? When I say I could make some chicken, but I'm so angry because I love me some fried chicken. I can eat fried chicken every single day, and I don't know how I survive like this. Woo, mm, mm, mm. Woo. I have lived, and I say I have been tortured because this is horrible. But I don't know if having this situation can affect other parts of my body. I was thinking maybe that caused my foot to hurt. Nah. But when I tell you from having neuropathy where sometimes I can't walk, and then sometimes I can't do much with my hands for the arthritis. I mean, gosh, do I have to have all of these issues? I mean, what did I do that was so bad? I mean, give me a break. Can I do something right? Oh my goodness. But it is what it is. I'm just going to um, be thankful that I was able to remember, when I took my last nap and I woke up. But I kid you not, I don't even I don't even know what I can possibly eat that doesn't give me fear. I am in fear of eating because I'm in fear of that feeling coming back. Now, the good thing is I purchased some lemon tea bags that have probiotics in it. So I'm glad about that. But I only have one box of lemon tea and I have one small amount of money left. And that has to be protected for my gas just in case I have to leave. But I need to figure out how I'm going to be able to manage knowing that when I open up my freezer, my banana nut bread, I can't eat it anymore. Which I should have known for a while, but being that I was suffering every single day with gas, I didn't realize that this was making it worse. But then my stomach just get larger and larger and larger, and then the pain and the pain and the pain, and then I was sitting here yesterday, and the pain just boom right up to my stomach, and it just and I screamed so loud. But I literally was on the toilet so long that both my legs and feet went numb. And I was leaned over on the wall where I could have sworn I was dying. It felt like I was slowly just leaving myself. And it's a horrible feeling. But I kid you not, I, I got up immediately after I took care of my sanitation and everything. I made me some peppermint tea and I ended up dozing off. And the phone rang to wake me up. And that's when I realized that I felt better. You know what I'm saying? I felt better because at the first time when my friend called me, I was crying and I bent over and I'm like, at that moment, my stomach was nauseous. But if you don't know what it feels like to be nauseous almost every day, that is a horrible feeling. I couldn't even take it when I was pregnant, having that nasty feeling in my stomach, like I gotta vomit every 5 minutes. But I kid you not, amen. That feeling is gone. And the only thing I can do now is just say to myself, okay, I've already accepted the fact that my feet hurt sometimes. I already accepted the fact that, my head get a little dizzy and all these other things. But this is just another process of living my best life that I'm just going to have to endure. But I'm sitting here. I was talking to someone on the phone and he has a I need you to cook. And now I'm saying to myself, how am I supposed to cook and I can't eat the food? So now I understand how people feel when they're cooking for themselves and they're cooking for someone else. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not cooking for someone else. But just say, if I was to start doing what this person would like me to do, how am I supposed to feel knowing that I can't eat? Am I actually, would I ever put myself in a situation to where I would be okay preparing two meals, and stuff like that? Now, I don't know what he is dealing with, but I know he has an issue somewhere down the line because he had to give up a lot of foods. But boy, does he have a six pack because of it. Huh? Give me a six pack. Let me get all shapy in my dresses like I would not mind being. I'd be happy. Shoot. But don't seem like this is working for me. Although, boys and girls, that rowing ride is a keeper, but I can barely use it. I get on it. Don't get me wrong. I get on it, but I can barely pull it now. My body has gotten so weak, so weak. But when I get on it, I make sure I do 20 reps, and usually I'm about 16 before I'm moaning and groaning. So I'm really, really, really not doing as good as I was. I usually lay here on my bed and lift my legs up and down while my hands are behind me. And then I do my weights, which my weight is on there, but I really and truly haven't been able to do any sort of anything other than jumping on that rolling ride. But for the last few days, when I was suffering with the IBS situation, when not realizing what it was, I would jump on my vibration board. And believe it or not, while I was on the vibration board, it would remove some gas out of my stomach. So I am going to get on the vibration board tonight. But what I have to do is move the vibration board into this room because I'm really not in the living room as much as I used to be. So I'm going to have to move it in here. Because sometimes I say I'm going to go in the living room, stay in the living room for a couple hours, but then I find myself sleeping so much, having a narcolepsy. So, and I notice I really don't have too much control of my sleep in the morning time. Now, I can go to bed at night, just pop a pill, but honey, please, I love being up at night. Mm-mm. Mm. One of the things that I have to give up is my sugar-free water because sugar-free sweeteners are not good for my health condition. But I can't I can't get rid of everything all at once. I will have a mental breakdown. So I do have some pomegranate water in here from Dollar General. That water is A plus, baby. If you need it, try it. So after this water is done, I will possibly put in some plain water, but I need to drink a little bit with some flavor. I had some nuts yesterday, and I don't have any anymore. And I might as well realize that sneaking to the store and picking up my Snicker, I can't pick up no Snicker no more because the milk in the Snicker is not good for me. But oh, mm, mm. Well, we can tell who won't be up too much longer, right? Okay. I know if you are dealing with this type of issue, whatever you do, try to avoid a lot of the food that you're not able to eat. But I can tell you one thing, it's not going to be too hard coming home with groceries, being at half the store I can't eat. The other day I was walking down, I was walking through the store in Aldi, and I was thinking this is the time when they had taken the EBT from everybody. And I was walking around Aldi doing my food shopping, and I said to myself, if they really, really, really want to save the communities, they need to ban gluten foods. That's all you have to do. Just take off gluten foods off the EBT card. That will save society so much money. I'm not saying that they should do it and reduce people from this. I'm not in that. I'm not in that because I don't care what you put on your stove. If you wake up 20 years from now and you lose a toe because you were popping down Coca-Cola and Pepsi, that is your toe. If you lose your eyesight because you was drinking all that soda, that is your eyesight. We are grown folks and we eat what we want to eat and we pay the piper when it's time to pay the piper. One thing I do know for sure is that I'm thankful that I'm taking the responsible methods to remove some of these foods from my diet because there is nothing in this world more valuable than your health. After going through what I've been through, walking on that walker for over a year and my feet being as bad as it was, and oh boy, I know the value of health. And I am so thankful that I don't buy sugar. Now, I have sugar in this house because I bought it a long time ago, but I am definitely one of those people. And now I have a whole 4 pound bag of flour I just put into my flour container. I can't even use the flour. So I said to myself, I might as well give somebody the container and the flour because what am I going to put in the container? I don't know. Can't put no crackers in there. I'm not eating no gluten-free pasta. That is the I have eaten that pasta before. That pasta tastes like it's a foreign matter of some kind. I can't eat gluten-free pasta, and plus the consistency of it in my mouth is garbage, garbage. But it is what it is. But I have to make these changes to make my life better and more comfortable for me to live. But I kid you not, I'm going to be crying a lot of days when it comes to what I can't put on that counter. Every time I eat beef, every time I eat beef, and I find out that beef causes gas and all that other stuff, and I already knew for the longest time, every single time I eat a hamburger, I mean, they blowing dangerous gas and that pain in your stomach. No, no, I'm not dealing with that. So I may have one or two more of those beef logs, and I do know I have some that I parted. I made a little, Ziploc bag. I'm not eating it. I'm not eating any of it. I don't know what's gonna happen when I get weak to the point where I can't move because my body feels like it's malnourished. I don't know what I'm going to eat at that point because that's how bad I got before. And my doctor told me I had to go back to eating red meat. But it's going to come a time where I'm not going to be able to move. I'm going to get weak. I'm going to lay down so much. And I already get tired, tired a lot. So I really don't know. But this is a situation I have to take and put on my big girl drawers and just do what I have to do because I can't fight myself. I'm thankful to. I'm about to say, I'm thankful to have my herbs, but I completely forgot. Mm-mm. I'm thankful, honey. Thankful that I have my herbs to help me because I don't know where I would be without a little bit of blessings. I just water down my throat, and I gotta take my bladder pill. I've been drinking a lot, so you gotta take these things. I try to take it in the morning time instead of taking it at night, so that if I have to leave the house, I be good. But I don't want to be getting up back and forth, through the night. I take the bladder pill, and it helps. It just doesn't help all the way because other stuff. I'm taking Gem Tessa, and it truly does help. Anyway, I feel so bad. I'm gonna have. Let me see something. I hope this is not a problem. Cause I'm gonna be a mad fool, boys and girls. Y'all might see me break this phone. Can you eat mustard with IBS? Yes, mustard is safe for IBS, but with a few things to watch for. Low in fat, low in sugar, made with simple ingredients: mustard seed, vinegar, turmeric, and salt. Some mustard products can trigger IBS because of added ingredients. Honey mustard contains um, whatever, and can cause gas and bloating. Dijon mustard, spicy brown, mustard with garlic. Mm. So that's good because I have mustard. I'm so thankful that I can still eat my hot sauce. But what am I gonna eat my hot sauce on? I really don't. You don't really see me popping hot sauce on too much chicken unless it's fried chicken, and my fried chicken has had been so flavorful and so good. I didn't even need to put hot sauce on it. So it is what it is. But like I was mentioning, when I was in Aldi food shopping, I noticed that a lot of the sections in the store I was able to avoid because I couldn't do anything with those sections. And when I went to Lydell a couple of days ago, I just, walked straight through the aisles. I knew it was nothing there I could get. And then yesterday, I think it was when I went to, no, the day before yesterday when I went to Dollar Tree, they have Twinkies chocolate Twinkies in the Dollar Tree. And when I was looking in the candy and snack aisle, it didn't even bother me, but I can't eat that stuff anymore. And I normally would have a nervous anxiety type of situation to where I'm like, and crying and carrying on. I just walked past all of that stuff, and the only thing I kept saying to myself, I have more food to eat if I'm not eating all that junk stuff. And then when I was going through ChatGPT, what I can eat, which I had already realized over the last few months, is a lot of processed foods I can't eat. Now, canned vegetables I can still eat, but like soups and stuff like that, like my ham and stuff, I wasn't able to eat that stuff anymore. So the only thing I can say is, in more ways than one, this is a blessing for me because the only thing it can do once I get everything under control and get my routine of what I can eat and all that other stuff, the only thing I can do is make my life better. Because with what processed food does to your body, and I am clearly a witness of it, it's horrible. And I'm thankful because my daughter barely eats processed food. Now, when I say barely, she does have a soda addiction, and I am working on getting her away from that. That's why when she's here, she has some flavored water. So I'm glad for that. And if I'm in the car with her and we stop somewhere to get something to eat, I look at her and she knows she's not ordering no soda. So, but the doctor told me that the reason why she ended up the way she is on soda is because when she was little, she wasn't able to have it. I limited sugar so much that when she was a kid, and the doctor told me if you don't introduce her to sugar now, when she gets older, she may have an issue with it. So she did, end up in that situation. So now she's doing very well. But when it comes to cooking and stuff like that, because she eats a lot of West Indian food, because that's how she cook. She do eat a lot of the vegetables, and she does chop up her own onions, and she like her own potatoes, and her cilantro and all that other stuff. But this this situation here can only help me because even I have because I got to the point where my feet were starting to bother me and I was so nauseous and I couldn't eat. I got some tater tarts, some French fries. I got this complete bag of chicken with the pasta cream and stuff. And all of that stuff I can't eat because I noticed that when I eat the French fries, sometimes I'm not able to complete the French fries. And you see, I don't eat that much as it is. So I wasn't able to. And then today, when I went to, when I asked ChatGPT, basically French fries, if it has a garlic or onion in the batter or something, if it's in it, that can cause IBS flare up. So I have about 2 bags of French fries. What I'm going to do is take out maybe a small handful and put it in the air fryer. But first, I'm going to read it because if it says potatoes, salt, and something else, then I could eat it in small amounts. So I could possibly try that. But I know freaking well I'm not going to be able to eat. I eat potatoes, but I can't eat potatoes enough to fill my meals the way I need to, and I don't have any intentions on eating any rice. Rice makes me sleep immediately after I eat it. So, and I sleep so deep, but maybe only like 30 minutes, 25, 30 minutes, but the crash is so bad that, and I know I have at least 2 5-pound bags of rice in my freezer. So the rice is gonna come out, and that's it. My sausage, I know it has to have some type of garlic in it. And I'm going to look at the ingredients and see if it has garlic and onion in it. But I do believe it does because I notice that every time I eat the sausage, I am horribly affected by it. So it is what it is. But there was a time that I called Department of Social Services and I said to the lady, I said, I just found out that I can't eat most of what I had. And boys and girls, I had snot running down my daggone nose at the time because that's how bad my body was doing. And the lady said, sell your food and use the money to replace your food. She said, because that's all I can tell you. So now, I think today's Friday. Today's Saturday, actually. when my caseworker calls me back to ask me if I need help, now I need help because I don't know how I'm supposed to manage this newfound way of going back to eating when I can barely eat anything. So there was a time that I had mom's meals coming to my home. I don't know if I can access mom's meals. I know I won't be able to get it through my doctor because I'm not accepting my home health aid, although they keep calling me and they want me to do it. But I've had so many people say they was gonna do it and then turn around when it came down to it, they found something else to do or they just didn't answer or whatever. And I don't want to stick to that. Plus, if I have a home health aid, I can't do my YouTube channel. So they called about 2 days ago and I didn't answer the phone because I know if I take my home health aid again, I can't do my YouTube channel because you cannot, they say you cannot have a job. So whatever the case may be, and if YouTube is what I plan on having as my job, I have to forego some of the other things that I want to have. And it is what it is. So I shall say thank you so much for chiming into my video. Thank you so much. Oh, what are you doing over there? Get over here where you belong. Sorry. Ah! Sometimes when I throw the cover off me when I get when, when I get off my bed, I just notice my little bestie is over there. My neighbor came in here the other day and she was like, Miranda, and she picked Miranda up. Do you know this girl is going to buy Miranda a bracelet that says Miranda on it or make her a bracelet? Oh, I'm telling you, but people around here are so sweet. Anyway, thank you so much for watching my video. I'm working on a freebie for this channel or my Facebook group. And I have 6 members in my group. Ow! So thank you so much and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.